Good afternoon and welcome to Benzinga 2024, coming at you from Hollywood, Florida. I'm Aisha Alves, representing Free Lab at the Elevate Your Grind podcast. And today, I'm very happy to have join us David Belsky, the founder and CEO of FlowerHire.
Hi, Aisha. It's very nice to be here in Florida, side by side. It's a great event. You rock. People keep coming up to me and saying, I love Aisha.
Oh my God.
She is the best.
Well, we work really hard, so I'm glad that it's showing out there in the public. So I wanted to take this opportunity now that we're together to talk about some of the things that you're seeing. You have such great exposure to a lot of different parts of the industry. Let's talk talent, because that's obviously something that you are the expert on. We're a few months into 2024. What are you seeing in terms of the landscape of hiring and jobs?
Well, the first thing about cannabis is there's not one singular thing that's true, meaning there's 24 different state markets that have adult use. There's 40 different state markets that are medical, and then you have all the hemp cannabinoids world that's also coming of age. What I will tell you is that the job opportunity in cannabis is as good as it's ever been. In fact, I think in the last 18 months, there was a little bit of a reset in the industry of sorts, but the industry is moving forward. There's adult use markets opening up and scaling in New York, continuing to scale in Missouri and New Jersey, you have Ohio coming. So I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we're entering like one of those hockey stick growth phases of the amount of people that actually work in cannabis. So it's 450,000 now, it'll probably be 600,000 to 700,000 by 2027. So it's a great opportunity to get into the industry. I think so. Cannabis as a career is one of those things where hard work pays off. If you're a good employee, you come in, you learn skills, you work hard, you can move up the corporate ladder quickly. And I think that dream is still very much a reality in this industry.
And it's interesting that you talk about that hockey stick, incline, because I think we can both agree. I think that recently we're seeing a lot of movement within the industry. We're seeing people who are already working cannabis finding new jobs within, and that's been the majority of the movement. But so you're saying that in the next couple of years, we're going to see an influx of new blood?
New blood, yeah. And for us as a business, we focus on senior salary management, executive level hires in space. And for the past couple of years, companies that prioritize wanting to see from us candidates with industry experience, and that, think about that. That's a huge change 4 or 5 years ago when hiring somebody that had run like a multi-unit retail district that had traditional retail and cannabis retail was almost impossible unless you were in like Colorado.
Right.
Now across the country, you can actually find those people. So yeah, we see a lot of movement and like coaching, competition for talent heating up within the industry. Obviously, FlowerHire is part of that in some way, but this industry is still hiring people from outside of it. Absolutely, so still a lot of opportunity to get your foot into this industry and move forward. But I do think, like in cannabis, when we see people get their first cannabis job, let's say they're a manager level person, they manage teams, they have 8 to 10 years of total work experience. To get into the industry, you might see a salary cut. You might see a maybe level in terms of base salary. But the second cannabis job that people get when a company is specifically hiring them because they know what they're doing, they have a playbook for what they do in this industry, once you start seeing like really large jumps in terms of compensation. Again, I have a client in Missouri named Cropper I was talking to last night, and they hired someone 3.5 years ago at an entry-level hourly salary. Now that person is running operations, making a good salary north of $150,000, and has been able to achieve that in 3 years.
That's a Cinderella story.
Well, there's stories like that in many organizations in this industry that got through a massive scaling phase. I think some companies do a better job of making that a dream reality than others. But just that is alive and well. That's a story.
I love hearing that, and it's a story that we as recruiters hear all the time understand. But it's true. Once you get your foot in the door, get that essential experience. Once you have that combination of experience, I think your value in the job marketplace is increases as well. So very good point. I'm gonna shift gears, if you don't mind, because we are here in my lovely home state of Florida. There's a lot of things going on in Florida right now, so I want to hear, what are your thoughts in terms of what is next on the landscape for Florida, especially with the new news of adult use getting on the ballot in November?
I mean, I really hope adult use passes in this state. I think it'll be really good for the operators that are currently here. I don't want to call myself a skeptic. I don't think you can bank on that happening. 60% was a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
60% was a lot. There's been something like 1 million more registered Republican voters in the state in the last 5 years. There's a lot of, older demographics as well in the state, that aren't necessarily on the bandwagon of legal cannabis. I don't know if it passes. I really hope it does. I know a lot of money is going to be spent to try to get the message out there, get the word out there. I think if it doesn't pass, there's going to be a lot of operators that are in terms of revenue wise. And you might the Florida's enough of a market, it's the biggest medical market, where even if it doesn't pass, you're going to see groups make their move in the state and try to. So it's not going anywhere. There's a cannabis culture in Florida that's alive and well.
It's strong.
It's strong. But it's with such a large population and almost as many open dispensaries as California, we get great market for adult use. We just don't know.
I think so too. And you're right. Even without adult use passing, in case it doesn't, there is still so much excitement in the industry, even around the new licensing for the current medical program.
Yep, 22 new vertical licenses are going to be awarded sometime in the next 90 days.
It's an exciting time for sure. So thank you, Dave, for coming with us. I am so excited to hear your thoughts on the industry and also just hear firsthand, what we're seeing from a talent standpoint. Everyone wants to talk about jobs, and there is no greater source of truth than this man here. So enjoy the rest of the conference.
Hey, you too.
I'll see you at work.
Bye.
Bye.